Look, did you see the rotary is back? Can you believe it? I don't believe it at all. Mazda are bringing back the rotary, but before the rotary fans lose it, it's an EV, or a FEV, what they call a plug-in hybrid. It's basically an electric car with a rotary range extender that would turn on and keep charging the batteries. It's only, I'm pretty sure it's only a single rotary too. So it's a tiny little engine.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So why would they have used this engine? Is it just purely for packaging reasons because of the size and the weight?
The way you look at it and goes, from a packaging point of view, it made sense.
Look, more importantly, you're cruising along in the EV silence and the car decides running a bit low on voltage. It needs to fire up the rotor and all hell breaks loose.
Or it's going to be an RX-8. It's going to be cruising along on battery power, slowing down, you know. It's going to be here in the red, and all you're going to hear is RX-8. The old single rotor won't fire up.
Celebrating his Repco Supercars Championship victory for 2022.
Now, Shane Van Gisbergen, the popular New Zealand driver for Holden, I don't follow V8 supercars at all, but he had the final race for...
You're going to get roasted if you get his name wrong.
Look, the final race for Holden, it was a sad day for Holden. I'm like, what?
I know, for Holden.
What Holden is about this race team? It's a ZB Commodore, i.e. an Opel.
The most hated car ever.
Exactly, and Opel, it's not an Opel, it's Opel panels on a generic car that all the teams use, with a GM Motorsport engine and a Holden badge, and people are saying it's a sad day for Holden. I mean, seriously? Holden hate to say it, Holden shut up here, 5-6 years ago.
Listen up, everybody. I have some news.
It's over.
It's over.
It's just for marketing and media. What is it? Win on Sunday, or sell on 5 years ago. Sell 5 years ago. Not sell 5 years ago.
Take two.
Win. What is it now, Jordo? The terminology is actually win on Sunday. What is it?
Take seven.
Win on Sunday, don't sell on Monday, isn't it?
There'll be nothing to sell on Monday.
Supremely confident and accurate performance in 2022 to be able to pick up another championship.
In this race in Adelaide, he wins the event, whatever. Does this burnout. Apparently it was the biggest burnout ever in motorsport, and your first thought is, have the media ever seen a burnout competition? But anyway.
Hey, just back it up. Come on, his burnout's really motorsport. Standing on the roof of the car, chugging down beers, Stone Cold Steve Austin style.
Look, he was standing.
Tie-in motorsport.
Look, he was standing on the car, and it was actually still spinning the tyres.
Yeah, I know, but I'll tell you one thing's for sure, that guy can steer.
He can steer anything. He does a lot of drifting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Luke, always the naysayers. Should be banned as it encourages idiots on the road. The tyre smoke contains carcinogens which could impact drivers and trackside personnel. So the fact they said the word personnel, you just know what type of person wrote this. Not people, personnel.
Personnel. Yeah, men and women.
Am I wrong? You can't just... Am I wrong?
Men and women.
Well, you know what, mate? You're not wrong.
This person either works in HR/social engineering department of a company, or he's just some teetotaler, grey-haired fossil. I don't know.
But I'm not in the habit of imagining loud bangs. No, I do not mean gunshots.
Slash, I think you forgot slashed lefty / green in there, Jordo.
Luke,
Slash Dan Lover.
Look, there's been a push for annual roadworthy checks on older cars. Every comment is just about fix the bloody roads and the potholes. This bloke says he's one of the old towards zero brigade who thinks Wi-Fi 5 is going to save the world. He's saying you can go and get a Roadworthy check for $43. Where the hell? Who on earth is checking your car for $40? Seriously, $40.
When are you getting that check, Jordo? You're gonna ring up? Yeah, I'd like a $43 check. Yeah, come back in 3 months.
That's a good point. Try 6 months.
I mean, he does make a point. I mean, you go through the car park and at your local IGA, and every second car is just bald tyres, hasn't been washed in 5 years. The spider web's growing off every corner of the car, and you just think, yeah, this thing's a perfect display of, upkeep on a car. But the old mate down the road there, he's pulled out that panel pod. He's pulled out the panel filter and put in a pod filter. Murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill.
Something I saw recently, it's a car park just outside of a supermarket, but it has a whole bay, when I say a bay, a whole row of parking spaces with a sign. By the way, the sign's green, what else? Reserve parking for low-emitting, fuel-efficient cars. So what are the requirements for parking there?
Yeah, it's a hybrid. I just couldn't sit back and be a part of destroying the Earth anymore.
You don't need requirements. It's 2022. You just identify it as a low-emitting vehicle and just park where you want.
So what's the definition of a fuel-efficient car? Fuel efficiency. So I mean, can I park my LPG Falcon there? Why not?
Yeah.
My Hilux is more efficient than a car running leaded. I guess I can park there. I mean, it's pretty true, isn't it?
Yeah, well, my car's more efficient than a semi-trailer, so I'll park it there.
I mean, realistically, look, they're pretty much asking for this joint to just be one big donut pad. E85 is regarded as an environmentally responsible fuel, so wouldn't that count as parking an E85 powered vehicle there?
It's going to be a few heads and cam LS high comp E85 engines backing into those parks, no doubt.
Did you see this bloke?
Hey, you know the most low emission vehicle that could be, well, it'd have to be coming on a tilt tray, just back in your, well, winch the RX-8 off there and park it, because there's no emissions coming out of that thing.
Hard to create emissions when won't start, I guess, yeah. Jesus Christ.
The hell are you doing?
Oh, my light fell over. Shit.
Why did you have to touch it?
Because it was a bit dark in here. My lighting's fucking, hang on. Now it's fucking come unplugged.
While we're waiting for that nonsense, these t-shirts will be available in the store, and you better get on them, because we're predicting it's going to be like a T51 power graph. The sales are just going to go up this. Like that.
Look, it was T51, it had flatlined for about another 4,000 RPM before it went up. Speaking of t-shirts, got a few floating around here. What do you reckon this one? The old RB30? The original Holden RB30?
SDI, WRX, we love the 90s. What do you reckon? Nah, forget that nonsense. Full charge all the way.
Look, we love the 90s, R34. Can't even get these on the screen. Hold this up somewhere. Jeez, I got this wrong. R34. Now, I actually think the best colour in their t-shirt 90s range is actually this bright blue. I think it looks great.
Yeah, the blue looks good. Forget we love the 90s, Jordo. This is Agenda 2030 right here. It's happening before you know it, so you better get on it or just be left behind.
It's about time Bench Talk had some Christmas spirit with this amazing Christmas top I'm wearing.
Where the heck did you get that?
China. Let's see that in an instant replay.
Did you see this bloke, Luke? He's got the old I think they're called an LDV60 or T60. It's basically a China spec ute. Now, who on earth would buy one of these things?
It's one hell of a ute. The LDV T60.
A lot of people.
I know. The bloke's complaining. He turns the car on and the radio's stuck on full volume on the radio. Listen to the song.
I saw that video.
Listen to the song it's playing. So first of all, what channel do you normally listen to, mate? Because this music is just how do you even describe it? And he's like, the buttons don't work.
So I'm sitting in my car and I just turned it on and this fucking happens. So, you know, what the fuck? I try and press the buttons. Does nothing. Try to mute it. Does nothing. Try to press the volume buttons. Does nothing. The buttons don't fucking work.
But I watched that video multiple times, and each time I watched it, it just got funnier and funnier.
The problem is the car is made from Chinesium. That's the material, isn't it?
I saw one of the comments, I think it was just, buys a heap of shit, he's surprised it's a heap of shit. I thought, pretty true, isn't it?
LDV, bring it on.
Now, look, I did a bit of research on this. Speaking of LDV, they recently came out with 3. They did this, it was going through all the media, I should say all the automotive car sites. LDV in 1 week
What's left of them?
Yeah, exactly what's left of them. They released 3 electric vehicles. These are just, if you thought you'd seen an electric turd, wait till you see these things.
Top shelf turd.
You can't polish a turd.
That dude's ute, it's just a complete shitbox 101 spec. Now you can get an electric version of this shitbox 101 spec. This offers no more power than a diesel, this electric version of the ute. In fact, it offers less. I think it actually has less torque than the diesel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's got a pretty low powered electric setup in it.
It has a tow rating of 1 ton. 1 ton. I saw as high as 1.5, but then I also read a lot of saying 1 ton. Whereas the diesel of the same spec ute's about 2.5 ton.
My question to you is, what is the price of that?
It costs...
Right there, now stop right there. Oh!
This electric LDV ute
How much is that?
costs $95,000. $95,000.
Is that obviously, is it 95 drive away or is it 95?
It was 90, sorry, it was, I was adding
Doesn't
a
matter.
tiny bit. It was 93 grand plus on roads. So what would that really be? Probably more.
I'll add on at least 5 grand.
Then they came out with a delivery van with the,
Hey. Jordo,
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
you forgot one important thing. You're paying that 100, that's a lot of gorillas, right? No cruise control.
Really?
No cruise control on that ute at all. There's no cruise control. You're paying 100 grand and it doesn't even have cruise control. Like,
State of the art,
No.
Luke. State of the art electric
Hey,
doesn't have cruise control.
79 Landcruiser's got cruise control. So what does that tell you, huh?
Hey, we'll get to a 79 Landcruiser later. Then they came out with this also, they released a van, a delivery van with the amazing original name of E-Delivery. This van...
Delivery.
E-Delivery. Oh, sorry, delivery.
Delivery.
This van, depending on the spec, costs
Right, there's
between...
like 15 channels. There's channel strikes. There's this missiles, channel strike missiles, just landing on us right now.
This van costs between 100 and 120 grand for this delivery van. A delivery van that has a range of 270 kilometers.
Yeah, but that's claimed range.
Oh, sorry,
Is it?
sorry. I was shortchanging them. It was about 275. So, in reality, would you even get 250 out of it?
No, in reality, would you get 100?
250 Ks for a delivery van. Now, I don't know about you, but if I had a delivery van, it's kind of designed, it has to actually go a fair few Ks, doesn't it? Because it's going all over the place all day.
All of those nuggets, China spec e-cars, as soon as you put them on the freeway at 110, your range just like plummets.
Now
You
look,
can't drive it. They're made to never go above 60 k's.
the LDV trio of electric cars.
China.
We're going to go one better. They've got what they call a people mover. So think of it like a 7-seat van, like a Tarago spec van, whatever the hell the version of that is now. Top of the line costs over $130,000 for an LDV.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
The equivalent.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna let you finish.
The equivalent comparable Kia Carnival is half the amount of money.
yeah, but at least you can probably do something with the van. Like the other two cars are freaking useless.
130, Luke. 130 smackaroos for a electric.
China.
That Ute, LDV 100 grand Ute needs some whistling diesel love. What do you reckon? Just some.
I don't really think it would last the endurance test, to be honest.
Not a chance.
Now, this is actually a pretty good comment, which probably sums up the whole trio of these cars. It's purely a marketing exercise, so government agencies can chuck a few in their fleets for inner city council rangers, no doubt, to say they're contributing to reducing emissions. I suspect there'll be plenty getting around the Canberra CBD. Probably spot on there. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I've heard of like EV. If you're a business, I've heard of EV incentives on things like vans and utes and whatnot of like up to 15 grand. Is that right?
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Look, it's all about being seen to be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because remember, we've got, is it 10 years or 7 years now before we're doomed, and this will save the day. Is that right?
And maybe the end to the human race as we know it.
People are dying.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
They're practically identical, aren't they?
Basically the same thing. Like they go head to head. They've both got 4 wheels.
Yeah.
They're utes. They're good.
Both got. We just discovered they've both got FM radios.
Luke, out of all the cars you could have covered, you recently covered a 79 series Landcruiser.
Really? Yeah, no one wants to drive it.
And for a car that I think no one would give a crap about, there was a few comments.
A few, yeah. It's like an episode of Bench Talk, that comment section. Wow. There's people in there, like comparing, because they're highly experienced with the Ranger Raptor because they own a 3.2 oil burner shitbox, PX1, and somehow that's exactly the same as this new Ranger. It's like,
Get the fuck out of here.
Would you stop bagging those quality 3.2s?
Yeah.
They're a good motor.
Oh, they're fantastic, yeah.
But it's got that same old warm wind sound. It's like, whoo, just like the noise it makes when it drives on the road.
On your boys. Love how all the city boys rag on the 70s, which are built for a purpose and not suited to hairdressers on Oxford Street. City boy cruisers like that Raptor. Like, so apparently the Raptor is designed for hairdressers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon this is a dig, Luke? All you ginger city boys look good in the flame red Raptor while you're cruising. Do you reckon he owns a 70 series? And he's just, I reckon the real salt is that you paid 80 grand for that car.
But it's still over 80 grand.
but things are serious here. I mean, if you factor in the cost of a Raptor, you can get a 70 series and put some decent seats and center console, etc.
Alrighty then.
So Luke, why would you buy the Raptor when you can just spend 10 G's on some seats?
Yeah, it's identical, yeah.
And then you've basically got the same car.
Same, but different. But still same.
I get why the 70 series exists. I don't deny that it's got a purpose. What I don't get is why people defend the things. Like, have you actually driven one?
No, I haven't.
Like, seriously, you put your foot down, nothing happens. We were doing some, let's say, testing one day at Sandown. Had to get up to 100 Ks to do some brake testing.
Tom,
couldn't get up to 100 Ks.
It couldn't get to 100 on the front straight at Sandown.
It had a load in the back, like it was heavy. Yeah. So we got a run up, and eventually we got it there. But it was sort of like, I was watching the GoPro footage, and this thing's like, you know, flat, yeah, wide open, and you'd watch the GoPro footage, and you swear the guy was just cruising on the highway. Like the speedo was just stuck at 83. Surely you could put something a bit more lively under the bonnet.
Hey, whoa. Back up.
Like, I think this sums it up. The new Raptor is modern and pulls birds. The 79 series will pull minors and inbreds.
I'm sure you're pulling a lot of birds in a Ford Ute. Panty, that's a panty dropper, yep.
BMW get a bit of flack for the size of the grills on their cars. Have a look at this latest SUV they've got.
Look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, well. What the heck is that?
The old grill, it is growing. I think it's getting a bit big. I mean, comparing the size of the grill to the headlights, the grill is definitely bigger now.
It's like that meme. It's coming to real life, coming to fruition.
Now, if you're wondering why we keep constantly talking about electric cars, I put what's called a Google alert, and I put in for automotive.
Jordo,
what?
Constantly talking about electric cars. What are you talking about? It's full charge 2023 is here. I don't know what the deal is.
I put in a Google
prepping
automotive alert. This is probably a year ago, and it just sends me an email every day about just automotive news. I don't look at it that closely, but I swear everything is just EV, 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 EV. It just never stops. It's like the media push it so bad. So speaking of that, we're going to be pushing it even more. Like this hand-built electric hypercar out of Italy called a Pininfarina Battista. This thing has 1900 horsepower, 1400 kilowatts, 2300 newton meters. It did a 0 to 60 mile an hour test in 1.79 seconds. Get this, 0 to 120 mile an hour, so in metric that's just under 200. That's probably about 196 k's an hour. So 196 k's an hour in 4.49 seconds. I mean, what's this thing doing over the quarter? It would have to be shitting an 8 in.
Oh, I'd be doing a low 8. Forget all that. Does it have a 5-ton tow rating or what?
Mate, look.
Well, more importantly, when I read it was called a Battista, all I could think of was, there's only one Battista.
The World Heavyweight Champion!
Now, here's a sad story, and I'm assuming it's related to EVs, but my parents have put solar on their roof. They live in a 1-story house. Their next door neighbours have now decided to turn their 1-story into 2, which is going to wipe out all the benefits of their solar. Before they installed it, now this is where I don't buy any of this, did this actually happen? Before they installed it, my parents asked the neighbours if they had any plans to go up, and they said no. They've objected to the council, which has been ignored any advice.
I got some advice. It's simple. All you have to do is put another story on your house, put those solar panels on, and then you've got free charging.
And you'll be charging that LDV in no time.
Anyway, we've come to another end of Bench Talk. I just want to thank everyone for their support over the last 25 years. It's been great. This year, the final year of Full Boost. Looking forward to big 2023. It's going to be some big things happening. What do you reckon, Jordan?
So you're obviously buying an LDV electric ute. That's what's happening. Thanks to everyone who supported us during the year buying merch. It does help out a lot. Pays for the petrol until we get the EVs. So thanks a lot, and looking forward to 2023.
Just 2023 should be a bit of a different year for Full Boost. As I said, full charge taken off, but we do have some things in the works, and hopefully we'll be able to elaborate on them soon.